Hello class and welcome to lesson 5, problem solving, and we are problem solving distance, rate, and time using formulas. So let's look at our objective. So the objective is I can solve problems involving distance, rate, and time by using formulas. For vocab we have formula. It is a fact or a rule that uses mathematical symbols. So for example, area equals length times width is a formula. That's something you should know. So they're just letters that represent a number, and you just plug in the number that you have. So in this lesson, we're focusing on distance, rate, and time formulas. So to find the distance, you use D equals R times T. I'm actually going to change this X, which is going to ruin everything, to a dot, because a dot is the same thing as multiplying, right? And it's going to be easier to understand. All right. To find rate, it's rate equals distance divided by time, and to find time, it's time equals distance divided by rate. So you're going to be dealing a lot with word problems in this lesson. So to know what to use, what formula to use, you have to think about these questions. And we're going to come back and fill this table in more. But we have signs of distance when they're asking how far. So how far did the train travel in 5 minutes? The rate is how fast did the train go? Or you'd say the speed of the train. We could say that. And time is how long does it take? So how long does it take Miss Luigi to wake up and get out of bed in the mornings? That's measuring time. All right, let's look at unlock the problem. So Helena drives 220 miles to visit Niagara Falls. She drives at an average speed of 55 miles per hour. How long does the trip take? I'm going to start by underlining the important information. So she drives 220 miles to visit Niagara Falls. She drives at an average speed of 55 miles per hour. So how long does the trip take? So they're asking us, how long does the trip take? So if they're asking how long it takes, we're finding time. And the formula for that was time equals distance divided by rate. So let's plug that in. So it's time equals, I'm going to change the time to just a T. T is time. And time equals distance divided by rate. Now I need to plug in the numbers. So T stays the same. You should rewrite T so you can keep it all organized. And the distance that Helena drove was 220 miles. Then we need to divide, and here's our division symbol. And she drove, so our rate is how fast she drove. She drove 55 miles per 1 hour. Remember, you have to include the per hour. That's part of the unit. And remember, we cannot just divide across because we have these units that aren't the same. And what we're finding is how long it takes. So we want to get rid of the distance so we can find the time. So to do that, I'm going to keep 220 miles the same. And I'm going to flip my fraction and do inverse operation. So then it will be times 1 hour over 55 miles. And when I'm multiplying, I put my invisible 1 under. And now the miles are across from each other, so I can cancel them out. I can multiply straight across, which gives me 220 hours over 55 miles. Oops, nope, not miles. Miles is gone. Now I can simplify. So I'm dividing 220 divided by 55. So T equals 4 hours, because here's our hours. All right, let's look at our steps. So since there are so many steps and they're so long, this time I'm going to just read you the steps and then we'll go do an example problem. And in that example problem, I'll highlight to color code the steps. All right, so step 1 is to underline the important information. So you can see we did that. I did that here. I'm underlining important information like how far they went and that it was 55 miles per hour, and then the question, which was how long. I guess the how long is the most important. Step 2 is make sure that the units being found match the units given. So the units being found is how long, so it's going to be time. But the units given are in miles. So we had to change it, so we had just the time. And you can see that's why I have this star here. It's because if the units do not match, then you need to convert the given units to what the units being found. Step 3 is to decide on a formula. So here is the formula. And I chose that from our options here at the top. And the signs of the formula will help you figure out what formula you need to use. So you should definitely write down the signs of a formula, of what formula to use. Step 5 is to plug in numbers into the formula. So here are our numbers and we plugged them in. This is one whole number here. So the distance is 220 miles. The rate is 55 miles per hour. Step 5 is to solve by multiplying or dividing. So we had to first, before we could do that, we had to get rid of the miles, the wrong units. So we would end up with hours. So that's what this switch was here. So that's right here, this extra step. It's not a step, I guess it is an extra step. Because after you have the same units, then you can solve. So then you can do step 5. And step 5 is to solve by multiplying or dividing. So we multiplied across, got 220 over 55, and then we divided. And we got our answer. Santiago's class traveled to the Museum of Natural Science for a field trip. To reach the destination, the bus traveled at a rate of 65 miles per hour for 2 hours. What's the distance Santiago's class traveled? So, step 1 is to underline the important information. So I'm going to use this color. Step 1 to underline the important information. So they traveled at a rate of, oops, too big. .65 miles per hour for 2 hours. And they're asking, what is the distance? So they're directly telling me here what I need to do, but all right. So step 2 is to make sure the units being found match the units given. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch step 2 and step 3. The reason I switched step 2 and 3, because I think it's easier to decide on or look at the units after you've already figured out the formula. So just after reading the question, we should right away decide what formula we want to use. So let's decide that. So it's really just telling us here, what distance did Santiago's class travel? So we know it's going to be D for distance. And we have to go look at what that formula is. So to find distance, it's D equals rate times time. Rate multiplied by time. This is step 2. I found my formula, so let's go look at step 3. And you know what I'm gonna do, you guys? I'm gonna switch step 3 and 4. I want to plug those numbers in first and then look at the units. So now let's do the real step 3, which is plug the numbers in with the units. So we are finding distance, so the D is going to stay the same. The rate, it tells us here, the bus traveled at a rate of 65 miles per 1 hour, and then times 2 hours. And they're asking us distance, so we need to isolate our miles because miles is distance, right? So let's highlight this with the color. Here we plugged in one of the numbers, here we plugged in the other. Now step 4 is to make sure the units being found match the units given. So the unit being found, they're wanting us to find distance, so that we're going to have it in miles. So to get rid of that, we need to get rid of hours and hours, right? And all we have to do is make our invisible 1. Let me rewrite this. So we have 2 hours over 1. It's our invisible 1. We cross off our hours. Now we have the same units, right? So step 4 is to make sure the units being found match the units given, which now they do. And now we can just do step 5, which is solve by multiplying or dividing. So here we can just multiply straight across. So 65 times 2, 5 times 2 is 10, carry our 1, 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. We have to add our miles over 1. So the answer is 130 miles. So let's look at the changes we made. We moved step 4 was here at step 2, but I decided that after you underline the important information, you need to decide on what formula to use. Once you know what formula you need to use, you plug in the numbers with their units. Then you can look at the units and decide if it's going to work or if you're going to have to change units. Then you can solve. Let's try another one. A car traveled 130 miles in 2 hours. How fast did the car travel? So we're starting with underlining the important information. So the car traveled 130 miles in 2 hours. How fast did the car travel? So if we look back at our, you can call it a cheat sheet, or signs of. How fast is a rate question. So to find rate, it's R equals D divided by T, so distance divided by time. So I'm deciding that I'm gonna do, I'm finding rate, not distance. So rate equals distance divided by time. So I decided on the formula. Now I'm gonna plug the numbers in. So I'm finding the rate. I'm given the distance, which is they go 130 miles divided by 2 hours. You're gonna find, if you're finding how fast they go, you have to find miles per hour. So we plugged in our important numbers, and I'm gonna rewrite this since this is rate, and we wanna find miles per hour. We're gonna have 130 miles divided by 2 hours. With division, since this is a ratio, we can divide these two, even though they don't have the same units. So we can divide 130 divided by 2. So by rewriting this over each other, we don't have to worry about finding a common unit, because miles per hour is miles over hours. So it's a combination of 2 units. That's why we don't have to cancel any units out here, because miles per hour is a combination of both of those. So we're combining them by doing this division now. So then rate equals 65 miles per hour. All right, that is it for this lesson. Go ahead and get started on your homework, and I will see you at your designated meeting time. Bye, guys.